I remember putting it in here.
Hello, everybody.
It has walked away.
And welcome to a very professional episode of Paths and Dragons.
Oh, we are the most professional.
We are the most professional streamers ever made.
Oh, we
This
actually
is like
live.
Yes. Your faces are
like
now. Well, some of
this
your faces.
campaign. This campaign was like the lowest production value of any of the campaigns you live stream.
Yep.
I don't know. Technically, Monster of the Week, all the online games have the exact same amount of production, but for some reason, Paths and Dragons is the only one where we are done, where it just seems cheaper.
Yep.
I put less work into the Monster of the Week, like, format than this one. Yet, that one, I don't know, seems higher production.
Probably has something to do with the time we start.
We start the exact same time in Monster of the Week. All the other online games, we start at 7.
Yeah, but you start at 7 on those games. We start at 9 in this one.
That's usually Aaron's fault for not having his character.
Put it in there. To be fair, it's also sometimes my or Nate's fault for just showing up absurdly late.
It's never Connor's fault, though.
No, Connor is almost always.
He's the most professional. Because, I'm never late to my games.
Never.
I mean, I'm sometimes late, but never more than by 15 minutes.
Got it. I think I've only ever been more than 15 minutes late, twice.
2 weeks ago being one of them.
Yeah. But there were reasons for that. Not that it justifies it, but yeah. It was beyond my control.
So,
I disagree.
When last we left our heroes, you tell the non-viewers what happened last time.
Bunch of stuff.
Nate, you do it.
No.
You have been nominated. You have been voluntold, so...
I'll do it if you want me to.
No, Ryan, you should also volunteer, Nate.
I mean, I'm volunteering myself, knowing that he just doesn't want me to.
I mean, if you want to, Ryan, you can do it.
Sure, yeah. So, we were in the Orc Village, and then we decided that was not a good place to be, so we left, and now we're going to get the prince.
See, was that so hard, Nate?
Yes.
Excellent synopsis.
Is what happened.
I got from doing that on our first campaign.
What?
I was told I wasn't allowed to do that anymore.
Alright, I got my character sheet. Are we ready?
I'm sorry.
Well, you got away
Ryan,
this time.
That worked fine, as that's exactly what happened.
Fair enough.
It's about as much as that happened, so yes.
But yeah.
You find it, Aaron?
I literally said, hey guys, I got it, but no one was paying attention.
No, I heard you.
Sorry. I was too enraptured by Ryan's retelling of our campaign.
I was too. Whew. It was amazing.
Yes.
Real.
I'm glad to have moved you.
No, not heartwarmer.
In fact,
Real.
the breath out of my body.
Ankle warmer.
No. It's like something that makes your heart beat faster. It real
gets the heart pumping.
Stimulant?
Really gets the blood flowing.
Juicy.
So, we're going to begin.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Exactly where we left off, where everyone was talking about the plan to get into Baron Wolf's fort encampment.
Is it a fort or is it an encampment? Those are two entirely different setups.
Yes. There is an encampment around the fort.
Oh, that's the worst possible setup for us.
No, it could be a castle.
It's probably going to be a castle.
Does a castle made out of wood work?
How many stories is it?
2.
A
And
castle
how much
made out
square
of
footage does
wood.
it have?
What?
Is it bigger than like a football field?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's not a
Most
castle.
castles weren't bigger than a football field, Ryan.
Most of them have more than 2 floors.
I'll give you that.
It can be a really, really big 2-floor building, which would still be castle, but
It is not. It is fort. It is only the
Alright.
castle part of a castle. The fort.
And it's made out of wood?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
It's more. It's less like carved wood and more like they just took a bunch of trees and made a building.
I believe our strategy was just to walk in disguise, wasn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Perhaps
We have like the cloaks, like the orc people cloaks.
Yeah.
and you
We
rolled
planned
really well on disguise.
out of the city disguised.
Yeah.
So at the moment, you are perfectly disguised.
I think it's hilarious that Aaron found his character sheet and yet is still
Not here.
not there.
That is funny. But yes,
Cruel
we
irony,
have
huh?
a few moments to do some more planning other than just walk in.
No, that's all the planning I want to do.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain there's not a whole lot of planning to do other than that.
What is
I mean,
your
we
plan
can come
if
up
you
with like a
get caught?
backup escape plan. Which-
Uncaught herself.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Philip's plan is to just
If
die.
we get caught, the plan turns to murder.
Yeah. Run, try and fight. If fighting isn't an option, follow whoever surrenders.
No.
And then we keep fighting.
If fighting isn't an option, then you burn the wooden castle down.
Let me prepare a different spell.
No.
Welcome back.
In that case, you have now reached the edge of it's not enormous, but still a decent sized encampment around this 2-story wooden structure.
Yeah.
And
what describe the encampment?
if you have an idea in your head of what like a army camp looks like,
Oh, okay.
that's basically what's around the fort.
Okay. And is around the whole thing or just
Yes.
around a section? Okay.
With many orcs walking about.
Right. What seems to be the general pattern and flow of traffic? Like I'm looking for I'm trying to figure out what would be an ideal time and position for us to enter without picking up any unwanted attention.
There are every half hour there are around like every 15 minutes there are 4 orcs that patrol around. Every 15 minutes they come by where you're arriving, close to where you're arriving. You're not at that point, you're still like off where they can't really see you, but they're just like basically just walking around, and every few minutes 4 different orcs walk by.
Right. What seems to be the most suitable entrance to the encampment?
Roll perception.
That's a natural 1.
You can't tell.
Wow. They've got this place locked down tight.
You seem to have this place locked down tight.
Philip just gestures broadly to the setup they have. I don't really see much of an opportunity to slip past what they have here.
No, that was the question for Patrick, asking if I could roll perception to
Oh,
see if that made sense.
Yes, you can roll perception.
Seven plus whatever my perception is. Uh, 23.
Nice. It's you're not sure how quote unquote locked down it was before, but this is not what Leilani would imagine for a locked down encampment.
Right. Yeah. Because there seem to be entrances. We'll start with that.
Yes, needs to be. Well, since it's an encampment and there isn't a wall around the encampment, you could technically enter from anywhere, but there are less orcs focused around the back of it.
Does there seem to be an orc who does not want to be at the gate the most?
Roll sense motive.
15.
15. Okay. You can tell that there are two orcs by the entrance, but you can tell that one of them is dozing off constantly, getting distracted by various things. Clearly doesn't want to be there.
I think we should go in from that entrance.
are you sure about that?
I turn inquisitively to.
Sorry, what was that?
I turn inquisitively to Herc to see if that seems like a good idea to him.
I didn't go in that way, but yeah, that's I think that's a good idea.
Leolani turns back to Philip and nods, or reassured.
All right, so then it's just it's a matter of figuring out when. And in what capacity?
Well, we should probably go soon so that Baron Morka doesn't have time to get back.
All right, should we approach as a group? Should we separate into smaller groups or individuals?
Smaller groups is probably a good idea.
Very well. Out of character question. Do we actually have anybody who can speak or just aside from her?
This Devasri.
Okay.
She can understand speak work.
Okay. So then in this case, I advise that her go with us, since he can serve as our communicator, and Jaron and Devasri for a separate group, so that they also have somebody who can communicate reliably.
Herc's just, I'm good with whatever you think.
Good on him, then.
Should we send
So
him?
then, Jaron, Devasri, any naysayers, any alternative ideas?
I'm sorry, I've been zoned out this whole time. You bore me.
Looks fine.
I was planning on sacrificing you to the Orc God so that we might peace battle.
I think you'd like it.
You're a much better option. Really.
Oh, I've been fully tainted. You're pure.
It's because you wanted to effing orc. Is that it?
I've wanted to find a great deal of things. And in fact have.
Oh, that's good.
No, anyway, what I was actually saying is that my plan was to send you with Devassery as a separate group, aside from from Leilani, Herc, and I, because Devassery can speak Orc. It would lend itself to your benefit should the need arise to communicate with the Orcs. My suggestion is coming up with a reliable and feasible explanation to why Devassery is the one to communicate, whereas you won't. Because, well, she does sound very young, and in fact, that might arise some amount of suspicion would it come up. So just have an explanation prepared.
Can't speak
Right.
Orc.
Devassery can. That's what I'm saying.
I believe that was his reason why he would not be talking.
Yes.
Admittedly, a bold strategy, but yes. Should we go then?
I think it would be best. Jaren, do you want to take Devassery in first, or would you prefer the three of us, Leilani, myself, and her, go first?
Fine.
It was an either-or question.
He doesn't like making decisions.
I don't like making decisions with you.
Fine.
I don't care.
What do you have a preference? Would you rather go first, or would you rather us?
You cut out a little bit at the beginning of that. What?
Would you rather go first, you and Devassery, or would you rather us, yourself, Leilani, and her?
Yes, the second option.
All right. So, Leilani, Herc, we're going first.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So I will wait for an opportune time to approach the encampment, and when that time arises, we'll approach as naturally and as casually, well, maybe not necessarily as casually, but as naturally as possible.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Herc obviously in the lead.
Yeah. So, Philip, Leilani, and Herc walk up to the entrance to camp. The guard that's clearly doesn't want to be there is just very absent-mindedly, just like looks up, smiles, nods as you walk in. The other guard doesn't pay much attention. No, not as absent-mindedly, but
Doesn't question us.
doesn't question you.
Yeah. Right?
And you are now in the encampment. What would you like to do?
Make our way to the fortress, Wooden Castle.
Okay. You're slowly
West.
weaving your way through orcs and tents, not dancing like Philip apparently. Like,
This is my island in
I
the sun.
can't get over how accurate the difference is between those two dances were for your characters. Yeah. It's so accurate. As you weave your way through tents and orcs, eventually you reach the stairs leading up because the fort itself is built on a little hill. And Leilani, can you roll perception?
I can't. I do have eyes and ears and a nose, though not a sensibility. 25.
Good.
Okay. You get a sense that someone is watching you.
I will message Philip. I believe we're being watched.
Hold on. Okay, Philip does not immediately start looking around to find whoever may be watching.
That's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Smart Philip.
Can Philip respond back?
Yes. In short. Yeah, in short.
You know by who or from where?
No.
Excellent. Keep me informed if you notice anything else.
Right.
And you continue up.
I mean, we're probably going to be noticed, but...
You walk up the stairs, reach the gates to the fort. There are 2 orcs standing there. One of them looks towards Herc because he is the tallest one there. Yeah.
Big boy.
And just says something orcish. It very much just sounds like he's questioning Herc.
Sounds like he's what?
Questioning Herc.
Yeah.
Herc responds.
I trust her to give a decently plausible answer. Yeah. He's good at this stuff.
And then after a couple short little back and forth, Herc gets a look on his face that's kind of concerned, but also not afraid, a little confused, and he leans over to you two and so apparently the Scald would like to speak to you.
Scald?
It's like a shaman, but more music based.
Leilani will nod and answer the word in Orcish she learned earlier, which is yes.
Philip says,
Herc's just like, good job.
No. Philip just nods his head after whispering. I suppose we should go to the skull tent, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I don't.
Leilani says the word again.
Yes.
What they're causing a fuss.
And yeah, the orcs at the gate just let you inside, and Herc leads you on. Jaren and Devasri. Aaron.
You're muted, by the way.
Are we supposed to wait?
Yeah,
Till they
Six.
got in?
Now my
Maybe
knees-
7.
It has been 7.
Where are we right now?
You are still
Trees.
you are outside the encampment.
I guess we'll stop being out there. And,
Be where you should be.
yes. Yes,
Good
exactly.
idea.
Okay.
So we are headed inside like the other two,
Yes.
Yes.
past the kind of dozy guard. And
The less dozy guard.
I've just remembered I can once per day decide that Philip doesn't fail.
Yeah,
Correct.
remember the part where Connor doesn't do that?
Yeah, but this time he doesn't get a choice. One of
that's
my
good.
abilities doesn't give him a choice.
Oh, that depends entirely on how this affects what he's doing.
Inexplicable.
You see, he could be trying to seduce Baron Wolf.
Inexplicable.
And
Not do that. You know.
I mean, who
I'll be honest.
knows? Maybe Baron Wolf's into it.
He did lead the Gorks.
It is right.
All right, let's go.
So, you have now entered the encampment. As you two are weaving through.
Can't wait for my completely inconsistent orc voice. Sorry, can't wait for me doing Jaren's voice, doing Jaren, trying to do an orc voice.
Devassery,
Yes, I'm excited.
roll perception.
Okay. Clickety clackety.
And
That's no good.
Jaren, roll perception.
What? Sorry.
That's a 12.
What am I doing?
Perception.
Am I rolling? Okay. I thought it was perception. Natural 20.
Thank goodness.
Someone is watching you. You get this sense, this just feeling
Where?
that someone's watching. And you
Well,
look
it's a
around.
Perception. Perception isn't a feeling.
It
I have a
No,
natural
it's like
20.
prickling in the back of your neck.
Yeah, no, I can definitely feel when people watch me.
I have a natural
Trust me,
20.
I've been watching
Where are
him.
they?
It prickles my neck, and I do not appreciate it.
Can I not see them?
I didn't say you couldn't see them. I just told you what you were feeling based on that perception, Jag.
Okay. Where are they?
So you just start glancing around. And
What are you
you
doing?
look up at the fort. You can see through one of the windows a very old looking orc looking down at you.
Oh, great heavens!
Connor,
old
that only
man,
works for
yeah.
Martin.
Yes. I'm gonna keep walking.
What are you looking
The
around
kind of-
for?
Whisper to Devassery. We're being watched.
Nothing to do about that. We are in the middle of an encampment.
Shoot the Watcher.
Do it, Jaren.
With what?
Gun.
Do it, Jar. I don't have a bow.
No,
Well,
get,
just pull
get
that
Devassery
gun.
to cast Snowball.
Great heavens.
Get Devassery to
I
cast.
am a gun.
Devassery is the gun. Jaren will pick her up.
Philip stays strapped with his Glock.
For Devassery's neutral B, she uses gun.
Yes. And you walk up. One of the orcs at the gates looks down at you. What is your business here?
What was our business? Did we have an alibi, or
No.
did we just...
We never talked about that, no.
Remember that time earlier when I gave you a chance to plan? And you chose not to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Listen,
that was when
I
this
chose
was
not to plan, and it worked out.
that was when what this was for.
Philip
Okay,
did also
so these are
just
the-
encourage an explanation.
He
These
did.
are the same guards that they passed, right?
Yes. After Herc talked to him.
Yes. We gotta get a out of jail free card with Herc. Hey, the NPC did what he was supposed to.
See? They
Nice.
do that.
For once!
That's not true. You haven't encountered enough NPCs that don't do what you want.
You are right. You are correct.
You've
No,
encountered one.
It's become a meme at this point, though.
Between doing what they're supposed to and doing what we want.
Ah, you are right.
Yeah, Herc did what he was supposed to do.
Yes.
Which happened to be
As
what you
did
want.
As did the Philip's dad. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't do what we want.
Anyway, you still have to answer this work.
You're right. We didn't have an alibi. We didn't come up with anything.
So what is your
Also,
answer?
you did.
he say?
We came here to try and join Baron Wolf. Oh, goodness.
That's literally what I was
A
gonna say.
very, you know, Yeah, that works.
Can you roll bluff?
Yeah, sure. 28.
And what sort of skills do you have?
What do you think about?
We
Really?
got some weird powers.
Care to demonstrate?
Sure.
Some weird powers.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll fire a scorching ray straight up.
Well, that's pretty neat. Go right ahead. Baron Wolf ain't here, but his right hand is.
We're gonna walk on in.
Isn't that what he uses for his sword?
What?
Isn't that the one he uses with his
You're
sword?
so funny, Ryan.
I don't understand why he'd leave that.
You're so funny, Ryan.
I think I'm hilarious.
You're so hilarious.
I know, that's what I said.
Hand.
I know.
Who knew Baron Wolf had magical hands?
Me.
He has the
Mage
hand of
hand.
Vecna.
He could have been a magical hand. I haven't seen him yet.
So, Herc leads Philip and Leilani through several hallways until he reach a door that's covered in various strange, like, witchcraftian items. So, the Skald does not wish to talk to me. He wishes to talk to you.
Is Javasri here yet?
No. It is just Philip and Leilani.
Right. Yeah, alright.
So, they want to speak with us other than me.
Question.
Correct.
Yes.
You shut up.
Thanks.
I'm not asking you.
Does the Scold want to speak with us alone?
Yes. Herc just said that.
Got it.
So, suppose we should go in then.
Indeed. Very well. Let's go meet this Scold.
And you enter. This room is filled with voodoo-esque items. There's several alchemals supplies strewn about. There's an alchemal station off in the corner. And standing at the window, kind of hunched over with this fur-covered robe, is this very old-looking orc.
Leilani is going to message Philip, push, and then chuckle.
Philip will kind of just roll his shoulders back to relax. Because that was very inopportune time to make a joke, but it was funny.
And the orc turns around, looking at both of you, and says something in Orcish. Leilani just goes, yes!
Leilani kind of nods, not wanting to say anything. Like, you know, trying to keep a reserved, respectful air. Just like a.
Yes, of course you did, Nick.
Philip will nod his head along with Leilani.
Then, you hear in common. It's a pleasure meeting both of you.
Leilani will nod.
Yes!
It's the same. Yes, very wise.
Such wisdom.
I was wondering when you'd come. Yes!
Again, nods.
He's
Very
saying this
wise.
in common.
That's
we know.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not about to divulge the fact that this was not my plan, regardless if I understood him or not. As if he switches back to Orcus suddenly, my strategy will not change.
And what does Philip do?
Just nodding his head.
The orc just raises an eye.
He hasn't
eyebrow.
asked a question yet.
He raises an eye.
You
Fancy
are
talent.
who I was told was coming, right? Yes.
Leilani will answer in Orcish, yes.
Then
Philip continues to nod.
Then why aren't you responding? Other than nodding your head and saying yes in Orcish.
Leilani will say the second word she learned, which is, I don't know. Yeah, she knows 3 words. Yes, I don't know, and no. She says them slowly, though, as though she... I don't know. You're
Philip,
right.
It will
No.
either sound like she's saying I don't know, or that she doesn't know how to say I don't know, so she's saying it very slowly.
One of the two.
Yeah. Philip does not continue. He stops nodding. Leilani says her bit. Yeah. Then he pulls back his hood. So then.
Are you done with the charade?
My who? Sorry, what was that?
Are you done with the charade?
Leilani will nod.
Yes!
I'm sorry. One more time.
He said, are you done with the charade?
Done with... Okay. I was hearing a name, and it sounded like you were saying, are you down with charade? And I'm like...
Are you
Yes,
down with charade?
I am.
You're like, yeah, I am.
Yes, I am down with charade.
I heard, are you one of the charade at first? And I was like, yes.
Yes. So Philip is taking his hood off now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leilani is not giving up on her bit just yet.
So, who are you?
I am Khan.
That's right.
Pontus Khan?
Han. And what is it you want with this, Khan? How did you know we were coming?
The gods told me.
I think gods have in our business. And why is it yours?
I speak for the gods and for Baron Wolf.
Right. Well, what do the gods want with us?
They have not told me yet. They are quite invested in your little adventure.
Not much
Leilani
of a fan.
nods.
Yes.
I'm not much a fan of that. So then, why have you wanted to speak with us?
The prince you are looking for. He is not what you need.
Need for what?
Your quest. Your
Well,
goal.
An heir must be restored to the throne of Kamlisle. And if he is still alive, I would see my cousin restored to that throne.
Have you found what it does yet? The heart.
What do you know?
The heart was there long before the castle on Kamlisle. It should not have been let out.
Fortunately, it has been. And it's directly tied to my family.
Yes. How unfortunate.
Do you know, is Baron Wolf after it? Does he know? Or was the attack on the castle of Kamlisle?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. Does Baron Wolf know the heart? Does he want it? Or was the attack on the castle of Kamlisle just
Political.
what it seemed to be?
He knows of the heart. He has neglected to tell me if he wants it.
Perhaps that bodes well for us then. So, you know the heart.
Yes.
So what would you say to me then, if you have anything to say? Or you just advised me on this quest we've undertaken, that the prince is not worth saving?
I did not say he was not worth saving. I said he is not what you need.
And what is it that we need?
I wish the gods told me.
Well, feel free to contact us when the gods do tell you. Because until then, well, we're left to our own devices, aren't we? Must do what we have. We must do what we must with what we have.
Did they give you any kind of a clue?
I have heard many prophecies from the gods over the years. They have given me one for this.
Let's hear it then.
And you see as Khan's eyes roll back into his head, his voice, it's a little deeper, a little distorted. I can't do the exact voice, so I'm just going to say it in mine.
Oh,
I'll say it in his.
yay!
There you go.
It shall be then, when the brother becomes the father. The true leader shall cause a change of leadership and an age of death. And his eyes roll back.
You mind sending that to the chat?
Yes, I do have.
Yeah.
I do have a picture that I found for it because it came from various sources. So, yeah, I will. Quick, maybe it will send. There we go. And his eyes roll back.
Leilani will nod as though that were what she had expected.
Yes.
And then say to Philip, the gods often don't come right out and say what we need. They like us to find things on our own.
What have I missed? A lot.
Fishing trip.
Yep. We've been kidnapped again by fishes.
Fantastic. I expected as much.
The captain from earlier
That's-
came back for revenge.
But this time he was a fish.
Yes. Actually, he was a fish the whole time.
Ah, sneaky fish.
That is a good description of anyone.
Sneaky fish. The same energy as tricky bastard.
Yeah.
So then, called, yeah, what do you make of this prophecy?
I believe, though I do not have all the pieces, that this brother is the prince.
Right, and what does it mean that he becomes the father?
I do not know.
Father to whom?
Follows in his
Children?
father's footsteps. Or perhaps you are the brother. That was also a possibility.
I have no siblings.
What
Oh,
was
I
that?
see. Never mind, it was
I have
sent in
no-
Messenger. I understand now.
I-
Continue.
I have no siblings. I'm not a brother.
More, perhaps, metaphorical brother of the prince.
Neither of us are brothers. I'm not. This prophecy of yours is
I do not
very.
entirely know. I merely try and interpret.
Very well. Very well.
Well, we now know more than we did before.
All right. So then, what advice would you give us moving forward? If you have any to give.
Put the heart back where you found it and leave it there.
Can't do that. Excellent. Take that into consideration. But yes, we can't do that, unfortunately. Can you lend us any aid going forward?
What aid would you have in mind?
First of all, the less Baron knows of us, or so long as he remains pointed in the wrong direction, either of those things would be beneficial to us. Telling us where the prince is, best way to get him out. Something along those lines.
The prince is upstairs. In the room next to Baron Wolf's office.
Instead, is he under guard?
No.
Odd. What about magical protection, warding spells? I don't know much.
I did not cast anything.
Very well. I'll have to figure it out then. Thank you then for what you have given to us. Is there anything else?
Not unless the snake would like to visit.
Ah, you mean Jaren.
Is that his name?
Indeed it is. How unfitting it would seem.
Wait, huh? Take him on me.
Tell me, what do you make of this snake?
There was a prophecy about this snake that I was given many years ago.
There's a time for the wrong hole and get its head bit off.
No.
So unfortunate. Does it at least get stuck in a hole somewhere?
That is not how prophecies work.
Oh, reading the wrong prophecies then.
Watch it. Watch it be how it works. Got him, huh?
Well, anyway, yes. What do you make of the snake? Other than being a prophecy. I do love hearing opinions of the snake.
Baron Wolf does not like the snake.
Why not?
That remains true for everyone.
The prophecy did not bode well.
I see.
Wait, does Baron Wolf know the prophecies?
I have told him all of them. It is my duty.
I suppose it's within all right. Would you tell me the prophecy of the snake?
If you wish.
I do wish it so.
And his eyes roll back into his head. There comes a day when the darkness rises once more. A snake in green shall mark a new fury. And his eyes roll back. I don't have a picture for this one, so I'm just going to send it.
Okay.
Say again? Come again?
I suppose you'll hear it at some point.
Will I?
That is
No.
up to you.
No, it's not up to me.
It's up to me, and I said no.
Exactly.
So, while I'm typing this down, you can continue.
Continue.
Do me a favor.
Ah.
Don't tell Jaren you told us this.
Very well.
Well,
We should
I suppose
probably.
I can trust you at your word.
Unless there's something else that you wish to tell us, we should probably be getting on our way. We don't know how long we have before Baron Wolf comes back.
Farewell.
Yes, again, thank you for all that you've given us. We must be on our way.
And you exit. Where, at the same time, Jaren and Devasri are headed that same direction. Where they see you exit the room.
There you are.
I'm just gonna nod. I don't know who can hear us. Who's around?
Herc.
Evan.
Herc is the only one around.
Evan?
Who's
Sorry,
Evan?
what?
Who's Evan?
Who isn't Evan?
You know, that's
I'm
fair.
not Evan.
Right, so. Upstairs.
Came in.
Upstairs to the unguarded prince.
Let's go.
Oh, you guys were sent here to talk to the dude, right?
We walked in and we don't know where we're going.
They were just
Oh, okay.
wandering.
You weren't sent here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were not given direction. We were just said, hey.
Hey, go here.
You weren't wanted here. So yeah, upstairs we go. Once we get within like sight of the room we're supposed to go in, I'd like to detect magic.
You do detect magic.
I will hold my hand out to stop Philip, saying, "There's magic in the room ahead." And then spin another round or two to figure out what kind of aura it has.
Abjuration.
It seems to be defensive.
I'll bust through it. Unless it's alarm, at which point, well, that's gonna be bad. I'm just gonna start walking forward.
Okay.
You need to. No. Never mind. Yeah. I guess with Devasri heading forward, we should also do that.
No.
I keep my eye out for any obvious signs, though, that, like, runes, which I do not read.
You do see runes.
I do not read them.
Devasri,
Yeah.
do you just walk up to the door and try and open it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
The door does not open.
Or, yeah, as I will say, there are runes on the door. I'd be careful. Sometimes they explode.
You can make the door explode. Do we have any way of deftly opening this before I break it down?
Give me a second to check something.
Are there any rocks?
No.
I'm not asking you.
Yeah, you were talking to me.
Yeah, I said give me a second to
didn't
check
say
something.
The answer is no.
Dang it. I'm all out of ideas.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Has Devassery looked at the runes yet?
Devassery has not read them, no.
Okay. That's fair. Are the runes the source of the abjuration magic?
No. The runes do not appear to be magical.
The
source is coming from the lock.
Okay. Yeah. I will relay that information.
Okay, so I will now read the runes.
The runes, they are not magical. They just seem to be various yeah, they're basically some of them okay, sorry. I'm having a brain fart on what I intended these runes to be.
Explosive runes.
No.
No.
They trigger whenever they're red.
No. We avoided those. I do not want to take 10d6 fire damage.
The runes are basically graffiti.
What do they say?
Some of them seem to be like similar.
Kevin was here.
No. It's Auric was here.
I don't need a whole new lore system around another fictitious being, Ryan.
But I'm really good at them.
You are, but
some of them seem to be wishing death. Some of them the opposite. One of them is quite literally
wishing
effectively the same thing as Kevin was here.
Kevin was here.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
No. It's live, laugh,
Stab.
Murder the innocent.
blood. Drink the blood of your enemies. I mean,
no, it's just blood.
Yeah.
Blood.
Blood.
It's bleed blood.
No, it's live, laugh,
blue.
blood.
I mean,
The magic is on the lock, not the door, right?
yes.
Question. Does this seem like a particularly
Answer.
sturdy wooden door?
Yes.
Damn.
Second question. Where are the hinges?
On the sides.
Third question. May I put it in my...
What?
Where do you think hinges on a door is?
Like, does it open this way or the other way?
It opens
It opens.
outward.
Dang.
So it opens this way, which means the hinges are on this side.
Yes.
Outward is towards us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could break it down. Wouldn't be hard.
We'll do it then. That's not his voice. We'll do it then.
I need to roll an intelligence check. I don't have a good intelligence with this character.
Like a 7, right?
Yeah. Nope.
So you're just not going to say anything?
Brain empty. No thoughts.
Philip has no comments?
Yeah.
Was a message?
No, we're talking in common about should I break this door down?
Okay, so I missed the part where
That was my problem.
There was a door?
Devassery and Jaren went to the Scald. Did they end up going to the Scald?
No.
We
Nope.
didn't.
Oh, okay, fascinating. See, I was waiting for that to happen.
No, they just
Very
came with us.
well.
We were walking around and you guys said, hey, the prince is upstairs, and that's what we were supposed to do.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. That's fine.
Okay, bust down the door. I'm
Wait,
going
is
to-
is the child doing this?
Apparently.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Philip's not the one to
Let me
do it
ro-
here.
Can I run into the...
I'm going to summon
sorry,
a
what was that?
snowball, and I'm going to try to break the door down with it.
Okay.
Strong snowball.
Snowball,
Hope it deals enough
snowball,
damage.
snowball.
Snowball. Okay then.
I'd love to see Jaron exercise his physical prowess.
I don't think he has physical prowess.
Okay, so halved and with the hardness of the door, that is 12 points of damage to the door.
You have not destroyed the door.
Ammo.
Slightly better than I thought it was. We'll throw one more at this.
Doesn't energy damage ignore hardness?
It ignores hardness? Okay, then that's
Yeah.
17 damage to the door.
It still has not destroyed the door.
Dang, the stone door.
That's the reason it gets halved, is because it ignores hardness.
Then that is a further 13 damage.
You have
to the
now
door.
destroyed the door.
With a snowball.
With a giant snowball.
2 snowballs.
The door has now fallen apart.
Philip will stride in.
You stride
Stepping
in.
over the shame to the door.
It looks like a very decent room. All the basic necessities needed.
Not being a
Where you see laying down once a few seconds ago asleep is the prince, who is about like this 16-year-old boy. He looks similar to Philip, but just different enough. Same kind of hair color, same general facial structure. He's just like rubbing his eyes away. What's going on? Who are you?
Cousin.
Philip? What are you doing here?
What do you think? What's his name, by the way?
His name is Ryloff.
Philip with 4 orcs behind him.
Well, what do you think, Cousin Ryloff?
I don't know. You broke my door.
Maybe put 2 seconds of thought into it.
What?
You can't be serious.
I don't.
Leilani is starting to understand the situation, and she was wondering earlier.
Ryloff, we're here to rescue you.
Rescue me from what?
Leilani will nod.
He's keeping you captive here.
I'm not a captive. I can leave anytime
What
I
are
want.
you? How can you?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I'm a visitor.
You're a visitor.
Well, visitor isn't the right word.
Are you aware what happened at the castle at Kamlisle?
Yes.
You're aware that Baron Wolf led such an attack.
Yeah, huh?
So, what does that make you? Prince of Kamlisle, being in his castle, insinuate.
It insinuates I'm a prisoner, but I'm not.
Why are you
Well,
here?
he's not treating me like a prisoner.
Why are you here?
Because Baron Wolf kidnapped me.
So you are a prisoner.
Yeah, but I can leave.
That might
Well-
happen to you.
We've come to retrieve you to take you to the castle so you can take up your responsibility.
Why would I want to do that?
Yes. Because it's your duty, it's your throne.
I don't want my throne. I never wanted that.
Are you joking?
No. What, you've never felt the same way?
There's certainly times when I wish circumstances had been different, but never in any serious capacity to neglect my position as it is. Neglect of duty is just as much a sin as failing such duty. The throne is yours whether you wish it or no.
Well, I'm not leaving.
Why?
I don't want to.
What have you here that you wouldn't have back at Kamlisle?
Not the pressure of having to be a king's son. Not needing to keep up appearances. Or
Philip,
have the worry that I have to be in charge of an entire castle.
Yeah. Philip turns away from Milo and kind of just talks very, very quietly to Leilani.
Leilani will cast message, saying,
Okay.
and then say, "Go ahead."
What is this? Who does he think he is? Why is he doing this? What? This. I am completely dumbfounded. This is not what I was expecting.
I will message back. He obviously doesn't want to be king. Do we have a duty to take him back anyway?
We have to. Kamlisle and its subordinates, its allies, must be united under a king. If we're to face whatever's coming, we need a king. And if it has to be him, so be it. But he has to learn.
I want you to be very sure of this, as he is essentially giving you the throne. You know that, right?
Giving my father the throne.
Yes, but he is giving you and your family the throne. Are you sure that this is what you want?
If that's the case, then even still, he remains a liability. If we leave, and he hands the throne over to my father, that means Baron Wolf could use him as a political piece in a much larger game. If we don't take him back, we're still at a loss.
Then let's convince him to go back, but not as king, but as to avoid the hostage situation. If that doesn't work, we can try and take him by force.
So I might have to do something more drastic. Philip will turn back to Ryla. Allow me to feel your greater sense of calling. I
I'm going to
understand.
cast Enhanced Diplomacy.
Yes. I understand the position you're in. I understand the stress, the anxiety that comes with the position, both societally and civilly, that your role has. But you must understand, you are a key component, will be a key component, in determining whether or not Kamlisle and its allies remain united under whatever coming threat faces it. I'm not sure what threat that may be, but you must be at the front of it. You must be that face. If you don't come, the kingdoms will be fractured. and our enemies, whoever they may be, divide and conquer us much more easily than they would be able to face us head on, united under one front. If you don't wish that, you will have to learn it, and we will take you. If you fight us, I fear it will lead to bad things.
I would like to ready an action in case he attempts to shout.
Philip, roll diplomacy.
I would like to ready an action if aggressive actions start being taken.
Do not snowball this man.
The 2 rolls that I've had to make this game. First one was an natural one. Second one also happened to be a natural one.
Oh no.
Ah.
So you say this. Ryloff looks around at all of you. Can you please fix my door? I'd like to go back to sleep.
Is this your position?
Yes.
And
Ryloff,
you won't change your mind.
even if you don't want to be king, even if you have to understand the position you put us in by being here.
Beowulf's not going to use me like some political ploy.
But he might.
How big is the room we're in?
It's not a very big room. It's still a decent sized room. It's 15 feet by 10 feet.
Okay.
If you want to come back with us and claim that you're too young to take the throne, or even want to fake that you died and live a new life,
Yeah, I
we
did
can
that.
discuss that. We can do that, but we can't leave you here.
Why not?
In case Baron Wolf does decide to use you as a political tool. It's for both your safety and the safety of all of our kingdoms.
He's not going to. He
How
has
can
no
you know for
interest
certain?
in our politics.
Then what reason did he have to attack in the first place, then?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Then can you really know, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's not interested?
No, but I trust that he isn't.
So you refuse to come with us?
Yes.
And you trust Baron Wolf?
Yes.
Why do you trust Baron so much?
You won't pursue any of the offers we've given you.
No, I won't.
No, I'm curious. Why do you trust this Baron so much?
Then I'm afraid you are a liability to Kamlisle and its kingdoms.
I would like to cast silence.
On who?
Well, it's silence is an area of effect.
I
Yes.
was freaking trying to talk to him.
As Leilani does
He's
so.
not allowed to shout. I'm casting it on me to be
Okay.
Yeah.
20 feet around me is silenced.
As Leilani does so, and as Philip finishes what he's saying,
Talk to him.
he draws out his rapier and slices Ryloff's throat.
Are you serious?
Would anyone like to try and stop
That
him?
triggers my action.
I was.
That is correct.
I'm going to lunge forward and cast invisibility on Ryloff.
I wanted to.
We'll get there.
No, we won't.
Okay, Ryloff
Oh.
is invisible. Turns invisible right before Philip tries to slice him.
I mean, he still probably gets sliced.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I would
'cause he's
like
not in
you
that position.
to.
I did also roll a 19 on the die, which is a potential critical. Does a 20 beat his AC?
That is a critical.
And that's max damage.
And what is max damage?
What about the mischance?
Oh, right. What is the percentage of mischance?
50%.
Okay. So basically you get above 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he hits.
Dang.
I got a 10.
26 points of damage.
Let's see. 26.
He is not dead somehow.
He is not dead, but he is at negative 12. As he becomes
he's
uninvisible. As
Okay.
he's like grabbing at his throat that has been sliced and he's bleeding profusely. What would everyone like to do?
I think he's still invisible.
I'm gonna say for story purposes he's not.
Leilani will run to his side. He's unconscious now, right?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and stabilize him.
Yeah.
And then I
Smack Philip across the face.
Are you
I'm
going
gonna message Philip and say, are you sure that you want
Are you
him dead? We could bring him back.
He's expressed an adamant opinion that he won't pursue anything that we offered him, and he would remain only to be a problem should we take him back. He would remain a threat, but
Jordan's
to
just
the
gonna crouch down next to the prince.
he would remain a threat to the throne of my father and to the legitimacy of his rule. Should he stay here, Baron Wolf would, I still do believe, use him either as a bargaining chip or as another via for the throne. This, unfortunately, is our only option, as I see it.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Then I
what are
will,
you doing?
Can the lad talk now?
He's unconscious.
He's still unconscious. He's just stabilized.
Oh. You didn't even ask why.
We're still under subject of silence?
Yes, we are
Wait,
still
yeah.
silent.
Yes.
Okay.
Leilani
Please,
messaged me.
Message can't work in silence.
Yes, I can.
No, you have to verbally
Blocked
say
by
the
magical
things.
silence.
No, you have to mouth them.
No.
It is blocked by magical silence.
Huh.
Fascinating.
So
I
you
guess
took
you
you
don't.
got rid of silence to do that.
Philip
Yeah.
would have.
That's fine.
I imagine this conversation could be conveyed through looks and body language and nods and shakes of head.
No. Yeah. I'll drop silence.
Okay.
It only lasts 30 seconds.
Interesting. You didn't even ask why.
Who's this being asked to?
Philip.
Philip,
Ask why about what?
why does he trust Baron Wolf?
I don't know. The boy's 16. He's naive.
Exactly. So why didn't you ask?
Also, Baron Wolf is
Could have
nice to
gotten
him.
some answers, maybe. But no.
I'm not here to be interrogated by you. I'm here to solve a threat.
You have to assassinate him.
Unfortunately, that would seem to be the conclusion of our quest.
A man after my father's heart. Assassinating your
Fortunately,
political rivals.
so it would seem. That is what is necessary.
I,
Is
for
it
one,
really
want
necessary,
to
though?
know why he trusts Baron Wolf so much. Maybe it will give him some...
In every
give us
possible
some-
outcome, Devasari, Ryloth remains a threat. He remains a liability. The only way to solve that is to remove him entirely from the equation.
And what would you tell your father?
I would say to my father that we found him dead.
And would Leilani tell the truth?
Leilani would, if I'd asked her to.
This has nothing to do with if you ask her to.
He would ask her to, is the point.
If Philip
No, but-
believes this is right, then I would trust his decision.
You really are a man after my father's heart.
It's
You would
not
prefer
what
to be
I-
his son.
It's not what I wanted, but it's what needed to be done, Kamlisle.
Philip,
He's
are we sure that there's no way that we could manage to even keep him in prison for a while this whole thing blows over, and then give him a new life?
That is a decision made on too little information. We have no idea how long this conflict will last.
murdering him isn't.
I'm not saying that in any case anybody wins. I'm just saying that this is the best outcome. It's not what I wanted. I do not want to kill my family. I don't necessarily want to kill anyone. But if that's what it takes to ensure the future of my homeland, I will do it. And as I see it, this is the best way of ensuring that reality, that possibility, that future.
He
So
still
what you
deserves a
want
proper
for your-
burial if we can give it to him.
What you want for your place, your city, is more important than what you actually want.
So while these are going on, Patrick, I would like to be casting 2 spells on the child.
What spells would those be?
It's the same spell, Infernal Healing, over the course of 2 minutes.
Are you within touching range of him? Do you have to be?
He literally turned him invisible.
Yes,
But he is now.
I was in touching range.
If you lean down to touch him, Leilani will hold her hand up to stop you.
I'm going to do
Ron,
it anyway.
John, I don't understand why you are suddenly so against this. What is it?
Oh,
What
I didn't say I was against it. I'm actually for it. I just want to get some information first. I don't care
see.
whether he lives or dies, but I want to talk to him first.
I rolled a CMB check. I got a unnatural 20 to strain Devossary from touching him.
That does make it past.
Shocker.
I'd be. Oh, really?
Nice.
I did roll well.
Nice.
I don't have a good of those, but I did roll well.
Let me go.
I'm going to message Devossary and say, "Let me handle this."
Going to kill him.
No.
Then you're going to go directly against what Philip wants to do.
Doing what's best for Philip.
Philip will look down at this altercation.
This is through message.
Yeah, I'm holding.
No.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
holding Leilani or
He's looking
Devossary.
down at the situation.
This was supposed to
Um,
be while you guys were occupied with talking with each other.
To
I
be
will
fair,
then let
Philip's
go.
standing right over his body.
I'll let go of that, and I will then ready myself for any other actions taken towards him.
This child could give us some information. You, for some reason, didn't see that.
Too
Yes,
late
I'm
now.
not sure.
It's too late now. He's dead.
Yes, John, perhaps you're right. Perhaps there could have been more gain, but indeed it is too late. Is he still alive?
No. He was whenever I reached him, but he didn't last long.
At 15 on perception, is this child breathing?
It's a medicine check.
That would be a
It's a
medicine
medicine
check.
check.
Heal
Why
check.
would I see a medicine check to
Had
see
it
if he's
heal.
breathing?
Healing check.
I
Yeah.
can see his chest going up and down.
Not at this point of unconsciousness, you can't.
Yeah.
This man is on the verge of death.
He is literally
Most
2
stable.
points away from death. He's not really breathing enough that his chest is moving up and down. And
You would be
Leilani, I would like
forgiven
you to
for
roll
noticing.
bluff.
Yeah, you would
That's
be
fine.
forgiven for not noticing that he was alive.
Yeah. Out of the bluff check, that was a 31.
So if anyone would like to attempt to get a nat 20.
I'm just thinking Philip's an idiot.
Better
See,
safe than sorry. No
What
sins left
did you get
unturned,
on
right?
heal, Aaron?
it doesn't matter.
Leilani is going to pick up the body.
As Philip says, better safe than sorry. He does step forward, his rapier still out towards his body.
Leilani puts herself in front of that immediately, saying, "You've already stabbed him. There's no need to mutilate the corpse. This is
Doesn't matter.
a terrible
simply-
thing. There's no need to make it any worse."
Desecrating the dead now.
It's
You have to.
ensuring that he's dead.
He's dead, Philip.
Desecration.
I checked.
I need to check for myself.
We will bury him soon, if that's not certain enough.
Let me put whatever shadow of a doubt in rest.
Fine.
I will ask, as that happened, Devassery, would you cast Infernal Healing on him?
No, because they're claiming he's dead.
Yes.
And-
Now, what does Infernal Healing do?
It's fast heal. Fast heal 1 for a minute.
For a minute. That would get him
10
up,
hit
so
points.
that's probably a better idea.
It would bring him to -2, which is noticeably more alive.
I'm just thinking about, like, if you had any spells that would, like, make sure he's not -12.
I do. I could bring him back to -2, but
As I step
Remember when you said that
over
we
the
would
body.
get me talking to him?
I will step
Yeah, I
back
didn't
over
know.
the body, and cast. As I step back over him, I'm going to cast Cure Minor Wounds on him.
are you doing that for everybody to see?
No,
No, you're doing it out in the open, so yes.
Then are you going to roll a sleight of hand check?
I don't believe that Philip will notice. You might notice.
Does
Jared
Cure Light
might
Wounds have
notice.
some kind
I'll
of
roll a sleight
magical
of hand
effect?
It's really determined on the person.
I'll roll a sleight of hand check. Yeah. It was an 18.
I think it's contested by spellcraft.
Yeah. With that, then Philip will step forward and coup de grace this man.
Just do a quick stab.
And
Um,
as he does that, at the same time he does it, I would like to cast Cure Moderate Wounds.
And Philip's not going to notice.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, wait, now Philip's familiar with magic.
Again, max damage, 24 points.
Um,
What?
yeah.
Coup de grace are automatic critical hits.
A total of my healing is 40 points of healing.
He's up! Wait, no, he's not up. There's no way.
I think
He's
he's
there?
down still.
How?
If
That's
he's
impossible.
If he's been I've dealt 48 points of damage to him, and he's been healed 40 thus far.
So he's down 24.
Which means
He's still
dead.
alive because he dealt more damage.
He's
the
still
last time,
negative
he
12.
popped tail full. He's still negative 12. It was 24 both times.
Are you satisfied?
Yes. So, via coup de grace, Philip very surgically just pressed his rapier between his ribs to puncture this man's heart, and left it there.
Right?
And now he no longer has a rapier.
I mean, you're probably
Yeah,
going to want that.
He will pull it back out. Yes, in a few moments.
Yeah. Leilani will then pick up the body.
Are we leaving?
All right. Yeah. Leilani will put him on the bed and wrap him in a blanket as though she were carrying a roll of blankets as his disguise.
Roll disguise.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Well, that would have been a simpler solution, but yeah.
We can't do simple. Things simple here. You know that.
Unnatural 20. I rolled really well today.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like you're holding a pile of blankets.
So, shall we be out then?
We got all we came.
So,
Yeah.
So you leave the room?
Yeah. Planning on exiting the place completely.
Who's going first?
Not Leilani.
Yeah, that would be a really bad idea. Also, the fact that she almost always follows Philip.
Exactly.
I'm going to cast invisibility on Jarn as well.
Oh, what? Huh?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess Philip is going first then.
Okay.
It was not my plan to have him going first.
I didn't.
But he will.
Does Jaren know he's invisible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Philip steps out where he sees the Scald standing a few feet away from the door. Did you have a pleasant discussion?
More
No.
or less.
Conflicting
No.
answers.
More or less.
Tell me, what's the quickest way to leave the island?
The island? The hidden cove?
And where is that?
There's a tunnel through Baron Wolf's office. He is not in there. You need not worry.
See.
There was
What lies on the other side?
What lies on the other side?
The cove, yes.
There is a rowboat waiting for you. I assume you brought a boat here?
I completely forgot at this point.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
But they were just going to continue, like, waiting for you, circling the island.
Oh. Yes.
Suspicious
Yes.
activity.
Well, after all, my bill is our company.
And the Scald walks over to the door of Baron Wolf's office, pulls out a key, unlocks it, and lets you inside. Inside is a large table with a map of the isles, which are all the islands. Several circles surround specific spots. You notice around the island of Kamlisle are basically these little figures, like detailing the attack pattern.
I'm going to take those.
You just take
The
the
figurines?
figures?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
And
If I
there are
were
several
another
chairs
character,
around this table. And there's this large leather curtain on the southern side of the room.
Mild question.
Yes,
Is this building primarily made of wood?
that is correct.
Oh, good lord, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't. No.
Philip had plans.
Okay.
And there are also several papers strewn about, written in Orcish mainly. But can
Take those as well.
You're taking them, or is Philip taking them?
I assume Philip is
Yes.
taking them.
Any plans that we can take to slow them down? Yeah.
Or, those plans can be
Learning,
deciphered
yeah.
and information.
Yeah. That. Yeah, sure.
Leilani
That's
cannot
what
take
languages
anything,
can
as
everyone
she
speak
has a
again?
body.
Abyssal.
Not that.
You can speak Abyssal?
Yeah.
You can speak Common and Abyssal, is that it?
Yes.
Speak common, goblin, undercommon, and draconis.
I can speak common.
Yeah, I know. Barely.
Barely.
And how many languages can
Very
Roxor speak?
Britishly, though.
I can speak 14
lot.
different languages.
Yes, I
Common,
would like to know all of them.
Celestial, Common, Celestial, Infernal, Abyssal, Giant, Goblish, Elvish, Undercommon, Sylvan, Draconic, Necral, Dwarvish, Orcish, and Sylvan.
Okay. There is one paper written in Undercommon.
Oh, I can read that.
The
Lord.
rest are written in Orcish.
What's it say?
It's a paper. It's like the whole page.
No.
It just says a paper
Having
on
planned
it.
out all
No.
paper just
It reads,
Oh, okay.
because it does have words on it.
No.
Baron Wolf, comma. When you arrive at Kamlisle, make sure two things. Make sure the king does not survive. Make sure the prince is taken. But the prince cannot die.
Sucks for him.
With, at the bottom, it
Oof.
is signed with an M.
Jaren's invisible, so this is good.
Yes.
Leilani will cast Detect Magic after a minute or two of being in this room and realizing there might be something magical in here worth taking.
There is this faint aura coming from behind the large leather curtain. This faint aura of divination.
She's gonna poke her head around the corner. It's a stupid decision, but
no,
I
the
was
large
not
the large
asked for-
curtain doesn't cover like the other half of the room. It covers that wall.
Oh, like behind the curtain?
Yeah.
But the thing is still from behind the curtain.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll kind of look behind the curtain.
You know, like poke your head around. It's very dark. There's no light coming from behind the curtain, but you do see, from what you can see, a lot of.
I think I have a light.
Yes, then you would be able to see. Covering the wall. You first, on the other side of the curtain, is a hatch on the floor. But covering this wall are dozens and dozens of scrolls littering the wall that seem to be carved into it in a language you do not understand.
Philip, this wall has words on it.
Do you
If I recognize the
move
words.
the curtains to the side?
I would pull the curtain down, but my hands are full.
So Philip pulls the curtain aside, where he sees this wall covered in scrolls written in Abyssal. They all seem to be repeating the same phrase of words. No, sorry. Half of them are repeating the same phrase, whereas the other half are saying something else. The first half, which is on one side of the wall, says, "Locked in the stronghold, hidden in a cage, I am the key." Repeated over and over and over again.
In a stronghold, hidden in a cage, I am the key. That's all it says.
And the other side, it says, "The Black Bridge shall be restored."
Lots of prophecies.
Over and over and over again.
Can we get
Black
both
Bridge
those in the chat as well?
Yes.
Black Bridge shall be restored. Can I have a history on Black Bridge?
Yes, you can.
Flat roll of 15.
Nice.
You may have heard of something like that before. You're not exactly sure.
Were they rolling knowledge history?
He was.
Okay.
I don't think you can read the thing he's rolling on.
You cannot.
Maybe if he
Wait,
told
I
you.
can't read it?
No.
Can you read Abyssal?
Pistol.
No. But he said that out loud. He said
He said the first part out loud.
He said both parts
Oh,
out
did he?
loud.
I missed
So
that
I
part.
don't.
And can Philip roll
You're right.
intelligence on the first phrase?
12.
Yeah. Again, you're not sure. It sounds.
Can I roll
it
knowledge
sounds familiar.
religion?
You can.
Okay.
On both phrases, they will be two separate rolls if you are doing that.
Yes. The Black Reach one. Did he say Black Reach?
The Black Bridge.
Okay. Yeah, the Black Bridge one. I got an 18.
18.
Yes.
Okay, it was a difficult roll, but you did manage to get a little bit of information about it.
Somehow.
You are sure the Black Bridge has something to do with the Church of the Veil. But you're not
Okay.
certain.
Mm-hmm.
Devasri, would you like to roll?
I would. This is
For
what now?
both phrases?
Yeah.
It is up to you what you roll. You will get different information based on what you choose to roll.
This is religion, right?
That is up to you.
Like that's what the main.
That
audience
is what Aaron rules.
It's prophecy. There's black ridges and there's cheese.
I want
Cheese?
And what was the second one again?
It's in the chat. It's in the messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It was the one with the key.
Nope.
I'll roll.
Locked in the stronghold, hidden in a cage. I am the key.
I'm going to
So
roll.
I'm gonna do religion. That's another 18. And the thing, it's great. I don't get a plus.
I know you
Those are
rolled
both
an
just
18,
straight 18 rolls.
but
Yeah,
that
I rolled number
you're
18.
sure that has nothing to do with any religion you know about.
Okay. And then knowledge history, which I also don't get. Nope, I got a 7.
Nope.
I
didn't
rolled
think
knowledge
so.
arcana for the two. The first one being 20 and the second one being 19.
So for the one about the stronghold, cage, and key, yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with any magical thing you know about. The Black Bridge, you've definitely heard about it in your studies.
I need to get the spell message.
Okay.
That was a weird time.
But
But
sorry, I just realized I had a thought. Sorry.
You know this Black Bridge, it's not a literal bridge.
Can I roll knowledge planes on it?
Yes, you can.
I can also roll knowledge planes, actually. I get
21.
plus in that. Guess what?
21 or not 20?
Yeah.
18.
I also got a 21.
Cool. So
I got an
okay,
18.
as you're
I rolled a
both-
third 18 in a row.
because you've both studied at the Church of the Veil before.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Bridge
One of them
is
was both. Neither of them were by choice.
a metaphorical doorway to the plane of shadows.
Fun place.
The bridge itself, as far as from what you know from your studies, it's not a literal door, but it's more of like a summoning circle kind of thing.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
even
exactly
worse.
a summoning circle.
It's a portal.
That it's the actual bridge itself is a portal, but it's also a physical place. But it's not a bridge.
Okay, and the second one on knowledge arcana?
Yeah. You got nothing. You've never heard it
Can
before.
I roll linguistics, as the second one seems to be some sort of riddle, to see what similar answers to like riddles might be?
Yeah. You can roll. I mean, if Nate wants to take a crack at it, then that works too.
I just want to know if there are similar riddles that have notable answers. That is a 31.
No.
Okay.
I'm a similar riddle.
It sounds like a riddle, but you haven't heard one exactly similar to it.
Jern's gonna start looking for a cage.
In the room?
Okay.
No,
In
in the
the
Just in
stronghold.
general, you're just gonna keep an eye out for one.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go looking around the stronghold?
Yeah.
Is
Are we
Devasri
just gonna let
going
him-
to stop
Are we just
him?
gonna let him leave?
I'm
He's
invisible,
invisible right now.
Devasri can't see him.
That's correct.
but I know where Vidavasari is, so we're good.
You know the direction I'm going in.
You
No, I know where you are.
everything, right? Like, we're
I
in
believe
the
you are
active
aware
rut.
they're leaving, right? They're gonna go down that hatch and then leave.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Philip is currently holding a torch to a wall.
It says in the stronghold. Locked in the stronghold, hidden in a cage. I am the key.
That wasn't a joke, by the way.
What
Yeah.
did you say?
Philip's lighting the place
Oh.
on fire.
What?
He has lit up the I'm gonna say the leather curtain, which is he is catching the fort on fire.
I'm going to.
That's
I'm gonna
such an
cast-
awful material for a curtain.
I'm going to cast Spark on several other objects that seem flammable in the room.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
are you just leaving
Down the hatch
immediately after that,
Whoa.
Jaren?
As
Oh,
you
wow.
don't hear Jaren respond.
Cast Detect Magic.
There is one
don't-
Yeah,
less.
that's actually pretty good.
There is one
I'm
less
gonna-
person in this room.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and just kind of like look around quickly to see if I can catch his
Yeah,
illusion.
you can catch the tail end of it as he's
As I leave.
is leaving.
Jaren!
Did I catch the tail end of it?
Yes.
I will message that location.
Jaren, you were getting a message.
What? As I.
The building is on
I
fire.
can't respond with message, so I step back into
No,
the
but you
room.
can
Yeah,
respond.
you can.
You can
No, I
respond.
don't have message.
Yeah, but you
Right.
can respond.
We did an automatic response
Oh,
via
okay.
message.
What?
The room is the building is on fire. We are leaving now.
What?
George just looks around and flames.
That's the
This is
message.
fine.
I don't know if you can handle that.
All right, I'm gonna go back.
Darn, this is fine mean.
The only loyalty I have to Jaren is Devasri likes you.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, Devasri needs you.
That's much.
I haven't figured that part out yet. But yeah. Open the hatch into the rowboat and hi ho. It's off to the boat we go.
Okay.
Was Jaren grumbling as he went back through the room?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I did follow him.
So you following was determined on whether he was grumbling?
Well, if he knew that you were walking into the room was really the thing.
Yeah, I know. Yes, we've all gotten on the rowboat. They are now rowing out. Now you have a moment of roleplay.
I
But
was
Ilani
looking
is actively looking
for a
down.
key.
Probably not in that castle. Thing, whatever it is.
No.
Philip is sitting at the back of the boat, looking out over the horizon with,
So is
unsurprisingly a far off look.
I just want to know what happened to the prince. We have his body. Okay.
You don't know that.
Yes, he knows, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Leilani
Leilani
is carried. Yeah.
disguised it in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're right.
Yes, and I am occasionally casting Stabilize on the body.
Yes, because it doesn't last forever.
I'm gonna sit towards the front of the boat. By the bows.
Rowing.
Who's rowing?
Probably Philip.
Not
Alright.
me.
Philip is not rowing.
So who's rowing?
Leilani is
Philip
rowing.
is not rowing. Leilani will
Leilani
be
is
rowing.
Okay. Which
Listen,
means
the royalty
Leilani
are
is
not
at the
rowing.
back of the boat because she's rowing.
Yes.
I suppose that makes sense.
No, the person who's rowing is in the front of the boat.
Well,
Usually they're
typically,
around the middle, but
yeah.
Shut up.
if it has a what's it called? The thing on the back that steers it.
Uh-huh.
A rudder?
If it has a rudder, then you row from the back.
I doubt it has a rudder if it's a longboat.
It probably doesn't, but that would explain why I'm at the back of the boat.
It is a rowboat.
Just
Yeah,
bad
anyway.
rowboats, I guess.
It's a rowboat.
But yes, continue.
Yeah.
Philip then would be sitting in front of Leilani.
I think I just
Same
forgot
position.
how rowboats looked, so Leilani would be in the middle.
Okay.
All right, Philip's
Philip
at the
would be
back of
behind
the boat.
There you go. Pat. You got there eventually.
Huh?
Congratulations.
Yeah. I do want a moment of role playing. But after we reach the boat we're supposed to get to, Leilani needs a minute before that.
To breathe.
Yes. And it would be really awkward to have this conversation while rowing, facing away from Philip, and in the presence of Jaren and
Yeah.
Devasri.
Okay. So that means we're going to
Okay.
skip ahead to the boat.
Yes.
You are now on the boat. You have taken where have you taken the body into your quarters?
I would have put it. I probably would have put it below with the supplies.
Uh-huh.
Probably a great place to keep a corpse.
It's better than quarters.
Yeah.
Explain to Philip that if Philip is with me, whenever I put the bodies there, if he goes straight to his room, then I will not explain. But
Yeah. Philip will go straight to his room.
I'll put the body
Oh.
amongst the supplies, and
Dove
Tell
will
the-
be following with that one. She wants
I'll
to
tell
know
this-
who he was.
I'll tell the sailors to not disturb the body.
Uh-huh.
You mean the
Uh.
blankets, right? Yeah.
No, it's definitely just disguised as a body.
Yes, the
No, I
blankets
tell
are
the-
disguised as a body.
Yeah, I tell them not to disturb it. It is an object that deserves great respect.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
sentimental blankets? All right.
Aaron, they're not blankets at this point.
I know, Patrick.
Let's see. Yeah, so you come down there, right? You follow me down
Dove.
Hmm?
You followed me down, right?
Yeah.
Me?
No,
Dove.
Devasri.
Dove.
Only
Sorry.
times I have to say the name.
You
I
can
accidentally
say
deafed
these
myself
things.
for a couple of seconds and I missed
Yeah,
what you
you
said.
Got it. So, yeah. You followed me down to the where I put the body, yes?
Yes.
So I take it. I will message you. Being overly cautious. But yes. So I take it you know he's not dead.
You don't stabilize a body that many times.
Can you make sure he doesn't wake up?
Cast sleep.
There's one foolproof way of doing that.
There is one.
No,
cool
there is-
way of
You
doing
can. You can't, because eventually, if he's stabilized, he will gain health points over time. But as long as you drain those health points at an equal rate,
There's one.
That's why you wait a couple hours and stab him with a dagger.
And then stabilize him again.
Yeah.
Even if he does wake up, I'll make sure he'll not stay awake for long.
Well, I mean, if I kill him, he won't wake up.
Good argument.
Don't tell
That's
Philip,
a good
please.
argument. He'll
Don't tell
see.
Philip,
He
please.
won't be awake. Yes.
They're
Don't
having
tell
a
Philip, please.
role-playing moment.
I never dare.
Or John.
Literally can't promise that.
I'm worried that he would tell Philip. He doesn't seem like the type who can keep secrets.
Unless Jaron starts prying, I will not tell.
Be surprised.
Right. I need to go talk to Philip.
Okay. At this point, after she leaves, I will cast Infernal Healing on the body to make sure it doesn't accidentally die.
Yes. But it will not wake up.
No, it is -2.
It is. He's in permanent sleep.
And,
Wait, no.
question
like death.
for Connor. Where have you kept the heart?
It is still on Philip's
In
person.
his chest.
I just need to make sure.
I'd hope so.
It hasn't been taken. It's still on your person.
Good.
I just had to make sure that's where you had it.
Otherwise, Leilani would get to row back to the island.
You are correct.
Well, John
Leilani
and
would love
Devasri
that,
go
right?
back home.
No.
Oh, so yes.
Just
Leilani has arrived back
Devasri.
at Philip. Arrived. Philip's room. Philip. Would you keep a mirror in your room?
More than one.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
literally got like a full portrait mirror and then like one of those small vanity mirrors.
As
And
well as
it
a
has
zoom
been
mirror.
several
Philip
days
is incredible.
since you've had the heart on your person. You take off your mask, and your scar is not there.
Huh.
Philip spent some time looking at his face.
And
Not
then
out of vanity, but out of awe.
Leilani knocks on the door.
No, I just quietly
You
enter.
just quietly enter as you see him looking at his face, touching it.
I stand at the door, allowing him to have that moment. If Philip would like, a sense motive check would reveal mild information. Assuming he's not just staring at the mirror in awe.
What
He
am
is.
I?
You're Philip. You're the Marquis of whatever that place name is.
Eastbourne.
Eastbourne.
You're the Marquis of
Yeah.
Eastbourne. You're a kind and a loved member of the community, and more so, good friend to many.
I'm a murderer. An assassin.
You
I often wanted that, but still.
I know what you did was hard. It was, well, it wasn't easy for me to watch, and I can only imagine it was a lot harder for you to do. Philip, what is it you want to be? I assumed that you would become a great leader and a loved lord. You would go on to do great things, but recently I don't know if you've acted like that's not what you wanted. And I just want to know who you want to be so I can help you be that person.
Want to be. What do I want to be? I don't know. I don't know what I want to be. I know what I want.
What is it you want?
I want my land to come out of this on the other side in one piece, with its people intact, its culture unmarred.
What will you do to make sure that happens? Is it worth everything else?
It would seem this is what leadership begets me. It seems that this is what leadership begets anyone.
You don't have to be that kind of a leader.
What other option was there?
It might have been foolish, but you could have had hope, that you could have taken him back, and you could have trusted in him or the gods or something, that if you did what was right, well, maybe not right, but you did what you thought best, that things would turn out all right. Or if you don't want to do that, you could have, well, you don't have to be a leader who gives up everything. It's okay to think of yourself sometimes, even when you're a leader. If you want to be a leader who gives up everything for the sake of what you desire, then I support that. But if you're not okay with that, then there's other options.
She's to buy hand.
Now, move forward and be certain that any decision that you make because it's a decision that there might be a side of it you don't want, but some part of it you want more than the downside. Do it because you want to do it, or not because you feel obligated to. If you want to be a person of morals, stand for them. you want to be the best leader, don't let anything stop you. But do it because it's what you want.
Want? It's just there. Neglect of duty is just as bad as failing it. This isn't a path I can turn from now. If I do, it would make me a hypocrite.
Philip, not knowing or changing your mind doesn't make you a hypocrite, it makes you human.
If I move forward with this, what kind of decisions will I have to make in the future? I sacrificed one man, one boy, for the sake of the country. How small does that ratio have to get? 50 for 100? 5 for 10? 1 for 2?
I don't know, Philip.
Is this what leadership is?
Maybe. You have to make hard decisions, and some of them do cost lives. But as long as you believe in your decisions, I believe they are right.
I believe my decisions might lead to what I believe the best outcome for my country. But it seems that not only at the cost of it would cost me my humanity. I'm in an impossible situation where whichever side I choose ultimately comes back on me. It will be my responsibility, and I will have to deal with the consequences. Whether I abide by morals and eliminate threats as I see them, or choose to have faith in humanity and put hope in people who may not necessarily deserve it, could very well just come back to biting it.
Yes, you're right. And yes, you do have to deal with the consequences of your actions. But I believe that you should not regret them as long as you believe in them. Mourn your cousin, of course, but if you believe it was the right thing to do, then know that, then have no regret.
Knowing that it's not the right thing, knowing that it's the right thing to do, does not alleviate the stress that I regret that these situations, the decisions I may not regret, but in fact the situation are regrettable. And nothing takes away from that.
Yes. Yes, I understand that.
And would you stand with me
Always.
to the end? Always.
Philip, I believe in you. I always have.
What happens if you start to lose that belief? What happens when I start making decisions that you can't abide by? When you see my leadership, my rule, as a threat to others, more so than a benefit, would you stand by me even then?
Of course. I would
Really?
do what was best for you. Yes.
What if what was best for me was for you to leave my side?
It would be awful, but if it was required, then I would go. Of course, if you asked me to stay, then I would do that too. I'm still, of course, a servant.
Servant. More than that.
Yes, I'm also your friend. Nothing will change that one. You know that I would do what was best for you, and I'd never do anything to hurt you.
You would do what was best for me.
Yes. If you ask it, I would do anything, and if there was any, I would give up anything, and there's nothing I would not do to ensure your safety and that you achieve what you're after. Not just because I'm your servant, but because I honestly, truly believe you are special, and someday the world will need you. In a small or big way, I don't know, but you are important and special, and I believe the world will need you.
Maybe. I think Jar and I might not be so different. He may be a snake, but it seems I'm simply a snake behind the mask.
You are a good person, Philip. You've shown that time and time again. Yes, this decision was hard, but you did it out of love for your people. This isn't a decision made of malice.
You're right. It doesn't feel that way. Feels that a better person, good person, might have been able to find an alternative out of something, crafted an idea, a plan. I'm not that.
I'm sorry that that is. I wish I could have thought of something.
Maybe I did act too hastily. I've never been one for forethought.
What's done is done, and what matters is the reasons why you did what you did, and what you do going forward, right?
Maybe it would seem that way.
Would you still condemn me if you were wrong?
Sorry.
If you made a decision in haste and it went wrong, would you still blame yourself? Even though you did it knowing that what you were doing is out of love and you had the best intentions.
No, probably not.
Leilani will give an audible sigh at that.
Haste seems to be the mark of a foolish man.
Though the mark of a live one on the battlefield.
We weren't on the battlefield.
Yes.
We
Yes.
had time.
Maybe Jaron was right.
I did it anyway.
If you could take it back, would you?
And we waited.
For what?
More information. Perhaps we should have just taken him. Perhaps he wouldn't have posed as much of a threat as I thought. I don't know. One part tells me that I was right to do so. The other part is dragged down deep by the reality that I had killed my cousin and heir to the throne of Kamlisle. I feel there's no escaping that hole that I've done.
You didn't do it for the throne.
Are you sure of that? Am I sure?
Yes, Philip. Look at the reasons, the things you said. In discussing this topic, you talked about the goodness of your land and the risks he posed. You didn't talk about how you would be better. You didn't talk about how you now had a chance. It's not what you were thinking.
Surface. Perhaps my deep desires and intentions. Perhaps I have more of a want for power than I thought.
Philip,
Either way, on the very
keep thinking
surface
about
level, if anybody ever finds out about this, yeah,
I
and
think you
nothing
cut,
less. Huh?
you cut out there.
Oh. On the very surface of this, if this is ever found out by anybody, you shouldn't know of it. It will appear to be a move of political power, nothing more.
Yes. Obviously, I will ensure that John and Devossery understand that this should not get out, and I'll ensure that they keep it on your behalf. Likewise, obviously, I will never speak of this to anyone without your permission. Philip, I'm very sorry. Not for many things, but sorry that this all happened, and you were right. This quest thing, it's not grand or magical. This is not something that you wish for.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know the correct way to feel. I don't know how
Feel
to deal with
the
it.
feeling. Feel the feelings you have. Be you. Don't try to do it the right way.
I just can't reconcile who I am now with who I was. I don't know how to be me anymore. I don't know who I am, what I am.
You'll figure it out. And when you do, I'll be here, waiting to support you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Leilani will then kind of go about the room, going about normal duties, cleaning things up, prepping the bed for sleep, uh, getting your backpack unpacked and settled amongst the closet and everything, cleaning your sword, etc.
Yeah, Philip will. What time is it, by the way?
At this point, it would be probably around 7 o'clock at night, in the evening.
Yeah, I think Philip will spend the rest of the night in his cabin. He will go out again.
Yeah, I have to briefly talk to Devossery once more because I promised Philip that I would do my best to, well, know that I would make sure that they wouldn't speak of this to others. We'll see how that turns out. You're still muted, Aaron.
Still muted.
I am muted, you're correct. Well, there was a long conversation. Who knows what could have been said?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you and Devossery have
Some
to
time.
discuss if you would like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jaron following me?
No.
Was Jaron going to his rooms?
He was
Yeah.
slithering around.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for about 3 minutes. After Leilani leaves. Then I'm going to go over to the prince, just put my hand over his mouth and cast Virtue on him to wake him up for a literal minute.
Okay. He wakes
And
up.
as he wakes up, I'm just going to say, "Don't scream. Scream and you die."
He does not scream.
I'll take my hand off. Fortunately, me and my sister managed to get you out of that alive. I think we're trying to. I think we're going to stay. I think we're going to give you the ability to live whatever life you want to.
I wanted to live there.
You are
Any
wrong.
particular reason?
I was happy. Baron Wolf was more of a father to me than my real father ever was.
Is this boy about my age?
Yeah.
There's another thing I wanted to tell him.
Well, I don't believe it'll be safe for you to go back there. Not until this whole thing boils over. Does he have anything to say about that?
No. He just looks somber.
I'll do my best to get you back where you want to be, but with something like Philip, I'm not sure how well I can do that. It appears I'm not strong enough yet.
And since he was only able to be awake for a minute,
If he falls back asleep, it's just going to be, you didn't have much time. But I hope you get good rest. And I'm going to wait there. Because I need to make sure this boy does not wake up.
Good.
Correct.
Jaren's going to be looking for you at this point.
Looking for, as though you don't already know where she is.
I do know she's down there.
And she knows that too.
At some point, Jaren is going to come get her.
She's just kind of like sitting on a
just
box
walks
by
down.
the body.
Why are you watching the corpse? It's not going to come alive and eat you.
That would be a stupid reason to watch it.
Exactly.
Rather watch a corpse come alive and eat me than it come alive and eat.
In some communities, they stand vigil for the dead.
And in ours, what is it?
I'm pissed.
Why?
Sorry, what did you say?
Why? I said, why?
All he wanted was freedom.
Well, he got it.
Freed from life.
I suppose death is a sort of freedom. Wonder how that would feel.
Freedom from the miserable life he was living.
Who knows if he was miserable? He did say he was happy.
He wasn't. He didn't really have the full story. Clearly.
When of any of us.
He saw what Baron Wolf wanted him to see. Clearly.
And who knows, what if we'd given Baron Wolf a chance to talk to us?
He tried to kill me. Before I tried to kill him. I didn't even do anything at that point. Besides, he killed the king.
He was on orders to do so.
Exactly. About that, I think I know who did it.
No.
My father.
I
On the
see.
letter to Baron Wolf, there was an M. Do you know what my father's name is? You should.
Maverick.
Let's say if I don't.
I thought it was Megan.
I was thinking Maverick in my head, and I
Yeah,
was like,
you
I
were
swear,
so close.
Maverick.
You were close.
And say if I don't.
I think it was him. King killed. All the start of war. Something like that.
On a wretched house to burn to the ground.
He wants to be in charge, clearly.
And will we let him? After all, he does get what he wants, doesn't he?
Wouldn't be bad. Could be worse. Well, could it be worse?
No. You could say a demon in charge would be worse, but frankly, knowing that it's not an inherent evil makes it worse for me.
That assumes that he isn't inherent.
I suppose that's fair.
But, however horrible he is, he cares for his people. That's what's best for them. Which is why I said Philip is a man after my father's heart.
Do you want something, sir?
I want you. Why are you down here, watching the corpse?
He's pissed.
That doesn't
Because the
explain
corpse's
much.
presence is more tolerable than anyone who might talk.
Hey,
Ouch.
That corpse could have given us answers. But
Okay,
Philip
that
is
corpses
be
can't
rash.
give me about a day and it's okay.
Speak with Dad, I mean.
Unless you have a spell that speaks with the dead.
That would be my sister.
Wonderful.
She may be interesting, but she's not bad.
Of course you're going to say that. Your siblings. Your family.
How did I do to Jaren?
What? What did you say,
Jordan has
Ryan?
Pessimistic outlook on everybody.
Hang on.
It has nothing
Yes,
to do with
including
Leilani
himself.
as a person.
Sharon, she's a sister I've been sequestered from for most of my life now. It's hard to see through rose-tinted glasses when that glass has been shattered.
You created an idolized version of it in your head. I don't
Still the absurdly pretty flirt as ever, so...
Yeah, you know her, flirting with everybody.
Except Jar.
Except Jaren. Look, I
Perfect.
don't think there's been many people for her to flirt to that Philip hasn't already tried to seduce.
Yeah, Philip's just faster.
She flirts
Leave
with
me
everyone
alone.
that Philip does. Come on.
Oh, I just realized something. Did you bring Herc with you?
The what?
What?
Kirk?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Was he
yeah,
walking,
sure.
he was walking with us, then we took him with us.
Just had to make sure you didn't just leave him in the burning building.
Nah, we
No,
just
that would
left
be
him
so
there.
weird.
Okay, he would just
Jarn
be
would.
sitting on deck. Well,
Jarn
leaning
would.
against, just sitting up on deck.
So you're gonna keep moping by the corpse, or you're gonna do something productive?
Do you need me to do something productive?
We
After all,
usually
your
say
wish is my
it's
command.
kind of do things. You might try it sometime. Maybe you'll get on somebody's good side for once.
She's gonna flip you off.
He's gonna flip
This
her
time
off.
doing something?
As long as you're on any of my sides, it's a good side.
Which side?
The good side. You
Not
want to
that
be
good.
on her good side or her even better side? You know, I mean,
Exactly.
Or the side's that's giving you a smile, because that's a dangerous side.
There's also another side, but we're not gonna get into that.
so is there anything anyone else would like to do?
Yeah, I gotta talk to Devasri and I want to talk to Herc.
Okay,
Herc watched us murder the kid, right?
that is correct.
Is it necessary that I'm there for this conversation?
Nope.
Great, because I probably am going to head off, because it's 10:30.
Well, then we might as well just end, because you're gonna get the whole mess it
No,
up.
I think it's fine that these conversations are had. If I'm just not needed, I can just hear about them later. So,
No, I mean you're gonna mess up the entire setup.
No, it's fine. I can fix it. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Bye.
Peace out. See you guys.
Oh, that didn't change much.
Yeah. So, once that's over, I will, I'll leave Philip's quarters, and go looking around for either of the two. Whoever I find first is fine.
You'd probably find Herc first. Up on deck.
As Jarin comes walking up from below deck.
Yeah, I ignore Jaren.
I know. Just letting you know.
I mean, unless he looks like he's particularly doing something.
Huh?
I don't know. Does he
He is
like
in fact strutting towards you.
if he's like doing something weird, like eating a sandwich or flipping a knife, then I might pay attention. But like,
Well, he walks up with a middle finger walking pointed down.
I know where
It's
Devos
there.
is.
Yep.
It's still there.
Good, I got the correct reaction out of him.
Correct.
But yeah, I'll go to her first since I saw him first. So, do you know what you're planning on doing from here?
Being your best bud.
Well, my original plan
Become
was
a
just
butler.
not be killed by Baron Wolf, and I think I've managed that.
For now.
Indeed.
Are you sure about that?
I don't really know.
Do you have a trade?
Well, my job was a scout, so I'm pretty good at that.
Being a scout.
That's fair. If you wish, I could probably get you a job amongst Philip's retinue. Well, technically his father's retinue, but it would definitely be a place for you to go. And I can vouch for the people there.
Yeah, that'd probably work out. Was he nicer than Baron Wolf?
Oh, yes. Philip's father is much like him.
Oh, that's good. I think.
It doesn't pick me up.
Though I suppose you haven't seen the best of him.
No, I don't think I have.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're some of the best people.
I guess I'll trust your judgment.
If you need anything, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help out.
Just one question. Do you know why Philip killed that kid?
That.
I don't want to pry or anything.
No, yes, I imagine that was confusing. Philip was put in a position where he worried that child had the power of the throne if he wished to take it. And he could jeopardize everything that the people he loved and was responsible for stood for, and everything that he'd worked to protect. In being manipulated by Baron Wolf, or held for hostage, or even if he decided that he actually did want the throne later and come back, that kind of political shift could be dangerous. And even if he was left, assuming we could get him out, assuming we could get him to safety, he would still be in a position where, because he was not wanting to be king, he would be taken advantage of or in a position to undermine everything that was protecting the people. And in a normal time, a time of not war and chaos, and when everything is moments away from collapse, there would be ways we could figure out, ways we could solve that. But right now, that threat was, well, Philip thought it was his duty to deal with that threat, and the only way he saw possible to protect his people was to ensure that he was not a wild variable to be exploited.
I suppose that makes sense.
It was a hard decision for him, and one that he did not take lightly, despite the speed at which he took action. And I imagine that he'll never quite be over what he did. But yes, I know that, well, if at least for my own selfish reasons, I want you to know that Philip did it because he was trying to protect people.
That's respectable.
Can I ask a favor of you?
Yeah.
Don't mention this to others. Obviously, you can see how easily it could be taken out of context, considering how bad it looked in context. And in this time of political turmoil, well, it could be the very thing he was trying to avoid.
Yeah. I won't tell anybody.
You're a good man, Orc? Does it work either way?
It works either way.
You're a good man, Huck.
Thanks. No one's ever been as nice to me as you have.
Well, then obviously they weren't very nice people, as... Well, you were in a tough situation, but we relied on you a good amount, and you didn't betray our trust, and you helped us out a considerable amount. There are many people who wouldn't have been half as willing to do what you did for us, and for that I sincerely and to the deepest amount I can thank you.
You're welcome. With the news of the prince's death probably going to be spreading around when we get there.
Probably. It would be hard for it not... Well, to be fair, only the people on the ship know at this point, but once we arrive at docks, that news will spread quickly.
I'm worried, and what's going to happen to me is everyone would know it was the orcs that did it.
Well, if you do take up a position under Sir Durand, I can ensure that no harm will come to you. You are directly responsible for our success in this mission, and if nothing else, Lord Durand would protect you for that.
Why have you been so nice to me this whole time?
Did I have a reason to be mean to you?
I don't think so.
I'm not Jaren.
From the moment I met you, I was a cause of misfortune to you, and I regret that. But in any way I can, I wish to make up to you both the misfortune I have caused you and the debt that I've found myself into.
I think I need a few moments to process everything.
Alright, I'll probably be in Philip's quarters if you need me. Yeah, with that, I'm going to head to the glossary.
Who you find standing over the unconscious body of the prince.
I have another favor to ask you.
And what would that be?
I know that you don't exactly have the power to promise, but can you not tell people what happened with the prince?
Obviously, I won't tell anyone about it. It becomes very bad for a variety of reasons.
Do you think that you could try and persuade Jaren to also not mention it?
We'll see. I can't exactly order him around.
True, but it does seem that he understands how intelligent you are.
Thank goodness for that.
It's been good having you around. I've missed you.
I wish I wouldn't have to leave.
Maybe you won't.
Probably will.
Well, with any luck, we'll be together a little while longer. I say, smiling in the way I do, whenever I say anything that has the word luck in it.
There's a chance. Anytime me and
People
Patrick
can
say
tell
the word
how the wind will
chance.
blow.
I sit down next to the glossary and kind of like fall back on like a crate behind me. I'm worried.
What about, dear sister?
I've never done anything against Philip before.
You should do it more often. It's a ton of fun.
No,
You're used to it.
me and Philip aren't that way. We trust each other. Same way you trusted me to handle that situation better. But
Tell something else like that, I'm putting a hole in. I don't want him murdering somebody else in front of me.
I understand, but you have to know the position we're in. We're not in a position where we can promise that everyone will make it out alive. And yes, this decision, I believe, was rash, and I don't believe it's a decision he actually wanted to make, which is why I'm doing this. But you have to understand he did it to save people.
Even with the nicest intentions, you can still be a crappy person.
Yes, but even the best people make mistakes. It's part of what makes them grow.
That's why I'm saying don't have him do it again.
I know, and well, this situation is one that is not ideal, and yes, obviously, he will not. Killing people is not something that he takes lightly. He would not do it without reason. But for the same reason, well, no. I know that you and I think differently in this way, but for me, please don't make me choose between him and you.
Kid only wanted to live a life free of the expectations other people forced on him.
Yes, and he understands that, and he respected that. However, he was in a position where that life endangered thousands of people. Yes, you should be able to live free, but if your actions cost the lives of others, then you aren't entitled to live that way.
Should at least be allowed to try.
You should be allowed to try to take actions that cost thousands of lives.
To live a life you want.
We offered him a solution to go and live whatever life he wanted after the war was over.
And if he wanted to live right there?
Then we could do that once things had settled down and things weren't as dangerous. You still can. That's the chance that I'm giving him. Chance I think that Philip would have wanted to give him if he would have believed it was possible.
But some people just aren't lucky.
Yes, but yes. And I understand that because he was in a position where he was not free and he was trying to avoid that expectation that you sympathized with him and that you think that Philip had no right to take away that freedom. But in the same way, I believe that Philip wouldn't have let him stay there. Not now. And if you had tried to stay there, then he was in for selfish and a reckless selfishness would be the only cause that he could do that. But the danger he put his people in was inexcusable. If you're responsible for people, you don't abandon them to death because you just simply don't want to deal with it anymore.
He says,
Yes?
what do you know about curses?
I know a bit. Actually, the other day I found a book describing the ability to temporarily lift one.
Really?
Yes, I think I could try it tomorrow if you'd like me to.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not a hard spell. If you had something to cut a curse to try it on, I probably could lift it for a short time.
Blesses.
Interesting. If you want to roll a sense motive, you might be able to notice something.
Yeah, that'd be a good one of those. Yeah, it's like a 27.
First off, she wasn't listening to half of what you were saying.
Hey?
She was distracted.
With what?
She was preoccupied with.
Thoughts.
She was kind of like, about like halfway through, a little ways after she said the last thing she said, she just kind of spaced out and started looking off.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. So I know very little of curses themselves, but I'm a little familiar with the way that they are removed.
What do you think is the worst thing you could curse somebody with?
The worst thing to curse someone with. The inability to love.
Suppose you would say that, wouldn't you?
Yes, you know that I believe that love is the reason for life.
Well, you're not wrong about that.
Not that way. That's not the type of love I'm talking about either.
Who told you about that?
The church.
Clearly, they didn't teach you very well.
They taught me well, though.
I don't like how you said that. Or the big smile on your face as you said that.
Trust me, I learned real good.
You had a hands-on experience.
I don't like that.
Sorry, continue.
What about you? What do you think the worst curse is?
The inability to choose.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. I suppose all curse really is something that limits your choices.
It would suck having one of those.
Would it? What brings us up?
Oh, I was reading a book on curses. Yeah, it was.
Do I
something
believe
found-
you?
There's a 50-50 shot. It was something I found in the library of the old necromancer.
Yeah, but like, is that the reason you brought it up?
No.
Do I believe? Do I know that?
I'd say it's a 50-50 shot.
Well,
You can reasonably assume.
yeah, I'm just seeing if I can read the fact that you're obviously bluffing, because I can hear the bluff.
Roll sense motive.
Oh yeah.
Or no.
It's like
It's
maybe a
so-
DC 50.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Which I think is child's play for you to.
Yeah. No, I have a pretty good sense motive. Yeah. I kind of like stare. I look at you for a second and go, "What's that you telling me?"
Nothing.
Mom.
You're not
Do
a
you know
very good
someone who's
liar.
cursed?
Yeah.
It's me.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's a friend of mine.
You have
Do I believe
friends?
that?
Yes.
Who?
Devasri has friends?
No.
With that statement, she was referring to all of the people in the service of the Urzexuv household.
Who? Is what she says.
I can't say.
Would it endanger them?
Yeah.
I see. Well, I can only repress it for now, but once I get more connected and better practiced, I probably could cure them.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's a level 3 spell.
That's next level for you.
And after I check to make sure how many sessions we're at, I will determine whether you level up or not.
I think we leveled up last time.
Level up last
I-
session.
yeah, I
we
think
did.
so.
Yeah. We did.
Well, yes. Anyway, I'm worried that doing this, if Philip finds out, I'm worried what he'll think.
Just like you trust Philip, I'm sure he trusts you.
But I've never broken his trust before.
Surely he can't be that much of a monster, can he? That he'd blame you for saving somebody's life when you could help him.
You wouldn't blame me for saving them. You might blame me for lying to him. Going out of my way to do the thing to actively stop him from what he wanted.
No. If you ever confront him about it, I'll be there to back you up.
I hope this goes well.
With any luck, it will.
Indeed. Guess we'll just have to trust in luck. I'll stand up and brush myself off. Well, I have duties to attend to.
I'll continue moping around here. By a dead
If you need a
body.
break, let me know. I'd be more than happy to take a shift.
Nah, I'm good. Gives me a chance to clear my head.
All right. Good night, sister.
Night, sis.
On that
I love
note, I'm sorry, I interrupted. Continue, keep saying, keep spreading the love around.
Study, sis.
On that
All right,
note,
that's it.
Jaren,
Yes.
as you are angrily sitting in your room, looking at the middle fingers in your hands,
No.
you hear a voice
Not.
in your head. Jaren, my son,
Father.
It is time to come home. There are things we must do. Things I must show you.
Why now?
Not now, but soon.
Why now?
Why now? The pieces are in place.
What do you mean?
You will learn more when you return.
When must I return?
As soon as you can.
It will be hard. They're watching me.
Then bring
Closely.
them along.
After what you did and said, that won't be so easy.
I'm sure.
That chance of making Philip want to go back there.
But Jaren, if you cannot find a way to bring them, I don't want to see you ever again. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Perfectly.
Does Jaren respond?
I said yes, Father.
I did not hear.
None of us
Am I
are.
muted?
No,
No,
you were
just
just
broke.
quiet.
Alright. Yes, Father.
Good. And that's where we'll end the session.
Yo,
Yeah.
I